You've had Japanese food before, sushi or ramen somewhere, but here's the thing. The best food in the country is not in Tokyo, not in Osaka. If you ask the locals, it is in Hokkaido. 8 best food to find in Hokkaido, and why they taste better here than anywhere else on Earth. We're a team of multi-ethnic travelers who've lived and explored more than 100 cities across the world. Curate travel is all we do. We will now reveal the best-kept secrets among true explorers. Let's go! Miso ramen, the bowl that started it all. Every food journey in Hokkaido begins in Sapporo, because Sapporo is not just a city, it is the birthplace of miso ramen. The broth is thick, savory, and rich in a way that coats the back of your throat. It's built for Hokkaido winters, warming you from the inside out after a day of walking through snow. The noodles are wavy and chewy, made to hold the heavy broth. On top and corn, butter, bamboo shoots, a perfectly soft boiled egg, and slices of chashu pork that practically dissolve. But here is what makes Hokkaido miso ramen completely irreplaceable. That single pat of butter melting slowly into the steaming broth, the whole thing transforms into something you cannot stop eating. Head to Ramen Alley in central Sapporo, a narrow lantern-lit lane packed with tiny ramen counters that have been running for decades. Pull up a stool, order the miso. This is Hokkaido in a single bite. Hokkaido sits at the top of Japan, surrounded by cold, nutrient-rich oceans, and it sits on some of the most fertile farmland in Asia. The dairy is richer, the seafood is fresher, the produce is sweeter. Uni, sea urchin, so fresh it rewires your brain. And if you have had sea urchin before and didn't love it, we need you to stay with us for a moment. Because Hokkaido uni is a completely different experience. Most sea urchin served around the world has been treated with preservatives to extend its shelf life. That strips away the delicate oceanic sweetness and leaves behind the bitter, metallic aftertaste that turns so many people off. Hokkaido uni, eaten within hours of being pulled from the cold waters of the Sea of Japan, is sweet, creamy, and impossibly delicate. It dissolves on your tongue like cold butter infused with the pure essence of the ocean. Eat it at Hakodate Morning Market, straight from a counter where the fishermen sold it hours before. Eat it as a unidon, a bowl of warm rice blanketed in fresh urchin, sometimes with salmon roe alongside it. The combination of sweet uni, salty ikura, and perfectly seasoned rice is one of the greatest single bowls of food you will ever encounter in your life. Soup curry, Sapporo's masterpiece. Most people leave Hokkaido without trying this. That is a mistake they regret the moment they hear someone else talk about it. Soup curry was born in Sapporo in the 1970s, and it has been local obsession ever since. But it has barely made it outside of Hokkaido. Here is the concept. Soup curry is exactly what it sounds like. A light, spiced broth, loaded with roasted vegetables. The spice level is chosen by you, from mild to genuinely dangerous. The broth is warming, complex, and layered in a way that keeps surprising you. Hokkaido dairy, the richest milk in Japan. This one might surprise you on a top food list. Hokkaido produces more than half of Japan's entire dairy output. The cows here graze on high-quality food and live in cool temperatures, conditions that produce milk with a higher fat content, a deeper sweetness that you can taste immediately. The moment you try Hokkaido milk or cream against anything produced elsewhere, the difference is startling. The soft serve, called soft cream here, is the thing to order, pure white, dense, and intensely milky. The flavor is clean and deep at the same time. One lick and you understand immediately why the lines at soft serve stand stretched every single day of summer. Explore the seasonal variations, lavender at Farm to Mita in Furano, Yubari melon at roadside stands across the island, and a dozen local flavors you will find nowhere else on Earth. Genghis Khan, the Hokkaido barbecue you've never heard of. You have had Japanese barbecue before, but not like this. Genghis Khan, or Jingisukan as it's known here, is Hokkaido's own answer to yakiniku. Named after the Mongolian conqueror, this is a lamb and mutton barbecue cooked on a distinctive domed iron grill. Designed so the meat juices run down to the vegetables below, and everything cooks together in one glorious smoky pool of flavor. Lamb is not widely eaten across Japan, but in Hokkaido, it is deeply embedded in the culture. The island's wide-open pastures made sheep farming natural here, in a way it never was in the south. The lamb arrives thinly sliced, sometimes marinated in a sweet soy-based sauce. It is loud and communal, and one of the most joyful eating experiences Hokkaido has to offer. Hokkaido crab, the seafood crown jewel. Hokkaido is surrounded by some of the coldest, most nutrient-dense waters in the Pacific. And those waters produce crab that is simply in a different category. 3 varieties reign here: Kegani, the Hokkaido hairy crab, packed with rich crab miso inside the shell that locals eat with a spoon like a delicacy. Tarabagani, king crab, arrives with legs the length of your arm, the meat oceanic and yielding in great satisfying chunks. And zuaigani, snow crab, is delicate, sweet, and best eaten simply steamed so that the pure flavor of the sea can come through uninterrupted. Eat it at Hokkaido morning market where the crabs come in off the boats overnight. Or eat it the way locals do. At a covered market stall, standing up, pulling the legs apart with your hands while the steam rises around you. Yubari melon, the most expensive fruit you'll ever love. Here is where Hokkaido's extraordinary farming land produces so exceptionally. It is one of the most sought-after luxury food items in all of Japan. Yubari King melons are grown exclusively in the Yubari region, in volcanic ash soil that produces a fruit of unreal sweetness, smoothness, and aromatic depth. The flesh is a deep, vivid orange. The texture is so smooth and dense, it feels almost like custard. These melons are so prized that perfect pairs have sold at auction in Sapporo for tens of thousands of dollars. Eat a slice at a farm stand in peak summer, late June through August, and it will be the best piece of fruit you have ever eaten in your life. Hokkaido Cheese and Butter Confectionery, the sweetest ending. We close this list the way every great Hokkaido meal should end, with something sweet, rich, and made from dairy so good it borders on unfair. Hokkaido has built an entire confectionery culture on the back of its extraordinary dairy, and the results are some of the most celebrated sweets. The double fromage cheesecake at Latau in Otaru is the crown jewel. 2 layers of cheesecake made with Hokkaido cream cheese and mascarpone. So light and so creamy, it barely feels like it has any weight at all. Then there is Shiroi Koibito, the white lover cookie, Hokkaido's most iconic souvenir. 2 thin, crisp langue de chat biscuits sandwiching a layer of smooth white chocolate. Simple, elegant, and perfectly balanced. Over 20 million boxes are sold every year, and every day in Hokkaido with something sweet. The island makes it very easy to do so. And there you have it, the 8 must-try food in Hokkaido. From a bowl of miso ramen that will ruin every other ramen for you, to sea urchin so fresh it changes the way you think about seafood. From smoky Genghis Khan BBQ around a domed grill to a slice of Yubari melon so sweet it barely seems real. If you like to see more, like and subscribe, and check out these recommendations for more like this. Safe travels. See you in the next video.